Welcome back, everyone. Hi, if you're new, my name is Tori, and today I have a few books. 8, that's a few. No. Today I have 8 books to share with you. These are books that I have picked up since being in isolation, since not going outside. The beauty of the internet is that you can still order things, which is nice. Yeah, so this is a nice little handful of books, so let's just jump right into it. So the first book is one that is with us in spirit because I'm pretty sure it got lost in the mail, but rest assured it's still hopefully making its way to me because I bought this a week and a half ago-ish. And that book is The City We Became by the Queen herself, N.K. Jemison. I have been so excited to get my hands on this book. I cannot wait to read it. Once it's here, my April TBR might just go out the window. No, it's not. I'm going to keep reading my April books, but I'm so excited to read this. I love N.K. Jemison's writing so much. The Broken Earth trilogy is just one of my favorite series trilogies of all time now. It's just, man, I love her work. So this book is set in New York City. It sounds like we have an urban fantasy on our hands, which is great. I've really been in an urban fantasy mood lately since reading Ninth House and House of Earth and Blood. It's just nice little urban fantasy train I'm on right now. So we're following a handful of characters in this novel as they kind of navigate through New York City and all the myths and the legends and things that are happening in the city. And I cannot wait until this book arrives. Where is it? I feel like I'm going to binge that book when it comes. Like, my April books might be on pause for a nice little second. The next 2 books I'm going to talk about together, these are books that were sent to me by the publisher. So thank you so much to Rebellion Publishing for these. These came like right before everybody had to stop going outside. So this is perfect. So the first one is Made to Order, and this is a collection of short stories featuring some really great writers. We have Ken Liu in here, Alastair Reynolds, Peter F. Hamilton, Annalee Newitz, and a couple of other people. And so, yeah, this is a collection of sci-fi short stories. It sounds like featuring robots, which is, there's nothing wrong with that. And then the next one that we have here is called Liquid Crystal Nightingale, and this is by Alene Lee. And in this, we have a character called Pleo, and she sounds like she's really alone in the world. Her twin sister died. Her father, I'm not sure if her father is gone or if he's just kind of like incapacitated, but her father's not really around either. And so Cleo is just on this colony trying her best to survive, and something happens and she is accused of murder and she has to flee. And I mean, from there it really sounds action-packed and just really exciting. So I'm really looking forward to these 2. The next one I picked up is one that was recommended to me by one of you guys. I think I saw this comment when I was talking about Annihilation by Jeff Vandermeer, and then one of you said, oh, you should read Born by Jeff Vandermeer, or you would like Born. I take your comments very seriously, so I ended up purchasing Born, and this is by Jeff Vandermeer. I'm not sure if this is a series or not, or why this is an advanced reader's copy. Thank you, Thrift Books. In this novel, we're following this character named Rachel, who is a scavenger in this sort of near future city that is just filled with trash and experiments from one of the major companies in this city. And so Rachel, being a scavenger, one day she finds this thing and she doesn't know really if it's a plant or an animal, but she calls it Born. And I'm assuming things get really weird from there. If this is even just in the ballpark of weirdness that Annihilation was, I'm sure I'll really enjoy this. So thank you so much to the person who recommended this book to me. I cannot wait to get started with this. The next book I picked up was A Big Ship at the Edge of the Universe, and this is by Alex White, and this is the first book in a series trilogy. I really should look these things up before I start speaking. In this book, we have a washed up treasure hunter that we're following, a quote unquote hotshot racer, and we also have this secret society, and all of them are in search of this warship. And legend has it that whoever finds this warship basically has the fate of the universe in their hands. So this, again, like the other book, sounds really action-packed, really fun. I've been hearing this has been like slowly getting buzz. I've seen the cover of this so many times. This has crossed my radar a lot, so I'm glad to like finally have this and see what it's all about. The next book I picked up is one that I got like the day that I started working from home indefinitely, and that is The Hidden Girl and Other Stories, and this is by Ken Liu. I've actually already read the first story in here, which was really good. This is a collection of short stories, and this is Ken Liu's second short story collection. I actually have the first one, Paper Menagerie, somewhere over here on the shelf. I haven't read all of Paper Menagerie like as a collection, but I have read many of the stories in there because I'm a huge fan of Ken Liu's writing. So this is a pretty hefty short story collection. There are about 19 stories in here, which is pretty cool. So I'm really looking forward to this. The next book I picked up was King of Scars, and this is by Leigh Bardugo. And this book exists in her larger Grisha-verse universe. And so I'm actually looking forward to this because a couple of years ago, I did read Six of Crows and I read Cricket Kingdom. I loved Six of Crows. Cricket Kingdom, it needed a little work, but Six of Crows was really good. And so one of the characters from Six of Crows makes a return in this novel. So I'm really looking forward to that because I actually really loved her in that duology. But I mean, we're following 3 different characters in here, and they are basically trying to restore this war-torn land. I'm not too familiar with kind of the nitty-gritty aspects of this Grisha universe because I did not read the original Grisha-verse trilogy, which was like Shadow of Bone. I'm blanking on the other 2, but I heard this stands on its own pretty well, but I mean, we'll see where it goes. I actually checked this out from the library last year and never really got around to reading it, so I just ended up buying it for myself because I really like Leigh Bardugo. I really enjoy her writing. She really blew me away with Ninth House, so I kind of want to go back and make my way through her other books, so I'm happy to have this. And then finally, I'm really looking forward to this one. This is The Unspoken Name, and this is by A.K. Larkwood. I'm just going to get this out the way right now. For some reason, some odd reason, just go with me. This reminds me of, or gives me vibes of Horizon Zero Dawn. I'm just going to put it out there. I don't know why. In this, we have this main character named Sorway. I'm going to leave a link to her channel. I'm going to leave her name here. We have this character named Sorway, and she climbs this mountain and enters this shrine to learn of her destiny, and she gets the highest honor of sacrifice. But on the day of her death, this mage approaches her and he's like, listen, you don't have to die. Why don't you come with me? Become a spy. Become an assassin. What could go wrong? So it sounds like Sorway embarks on this life of an assassin and a spy and is kind of living her life, but the gods do not forget the title that they bestowed upon you, and pretty soon that's gonna come due. So, oh, this sounds really good. This is going to be one of my May reads. I'm gonna tell you right now, spoiler alert, I'm gonna be reading this next month. If I'm not just kind of like picking off chapters here and there throughout the rest of April, because I'm really looking forward to this one. So that's it for me, you guys. Thank you all so much for watching this video. I really appreciate it. Those are just some of the books that I've picked up recently that I'm really looking forward to. My March wrap up is coming really soon. I have not filmed that yet, but I really need to get around to that because I read some good things in March that I want to tell you guys about. So be on the lookout for that, and I will see you all in the next video. Take care.